Hey guys, it's Gaming Master, and we're going to be playing some more of Elden Ring, and today I'm going to be showing you how to become overpowered in Elden Ring by just doing a few things. And we're going to get started immediately. We're going to go and place Site of Grace on our map, and we're going to start off with getting the recipe for crafting fire grease. And this just puts fire on your weapon. So fire grease, the way to make it, or the recipe for it, is right there. And you will not be able to make it without the recipe. Even if you know the recipe by heart, you need to get the recipe, otherwise the game won't let you. So you need to be able to do that. So just go to right there where I marked the map, and you're going to ride over to there, and you can get it. So here we are at the place where you can get it. It's just a tiny enemy camp. Don't worry about the enemies. Just kind of ignore them. You know, they might attack you, but it's fine. It's right there. You can get the Armorer's Cookbook and one smoldering butterfly, which is one of the ingredients you can use to craft fire grease. But you will also need root resin in addition to that. But anyway, next we're gonna go to Fort Height West, which is right there on the map, and you can then craft. You can find the recipe for crafting blood grease, and you can find a lot of the ingredients, which is blood rose is the main ingredient. And then there's also root resin you need. But I'll show you how to farm root resin later. But right now, you're going to be able to find blood rose. So all around it, there is blood rose. And blood rose you'll be able to get in order to craft blood grease, which puts blood on your weapon, which just increases blood damage. So that's blood grease. Now, yeah, we're already able to craft fire grease. But if you want to craft blood grease as well, you're going to be able to find it in Fort Height West. Which I'll show in just a minute. But I just want to show you guys how you can craft. You just have to go to item crafting. You could just craft stuff here. There's tons of stuff. I know you could also get all sorts of elemental arrows, but we're not going to really be doing that today. This is just for beginners who want to just who don't want to have to struggle. But anyway, if you want to get the blood grease recipe, it's in this little area here. Yeah, you can find it right there. It's the Nomadic Warriors Cookbook number 6, and you'll be able to craft blood grease. Now, after that, you're going to go to the Death Touch Catacomb. Well, not to the Death Touch Catacomb, but it's going to be near the Death Touch Catacombs. But I've already got this Site of Grace, but you don't have to go there. I'm just saying it's near. It's right there. So if you want to get here, you could go to Death Touch Catacombs or the Stormhill Shack. That's a good place. So you're going to go right there, and that's where we're going to go to the War Master Shack. Actually, I don't know why I said Death Touch Catacombs. But yeah, anyway, you're going to mark that site there, and then you can go get this Site of Grace. And yeah, you can talk to this guy. He's going to sell you all sorts of ashes of war. These will help, enhance your abilities that you can use. And he's going to help you get a lot of cool ashes of war. You can also farm root resin just by running around here, and then you can rest at the Site of Grace, and it'll reset the root resin that's around the area. So you can just keep on resetting and coming back. And also, if you want to get more smoldering butterflies, I just marked it on the map just now, and you can ride over to that site, and you can get a bunch of smoldering butterflies, and then go back to the Site of Grace, and then run back again. If you want to farm blood rose, you just have to go to Fort Height West, as I did, and just go get a bunch of blood roses, go back to the Site of Grace, and do it again. And these are two. Well, that's one way to farm fire grease, and one way to farm blood grease pretty easily. There's gonna be some enemies here where you farm the smoldering butterflies, but they're not tough. You can easily take them out. But anyway, next, if you wanna get a ton of smithing stones and stuff, you can go to this cave, which is called the Limb Grave Tunnels. Of course, there's a much better way to get smithing stones, which is in Liurnia. There's this whole skip that you can do if you just want to skip the first boss or first two bosses, which is Margit and Godric. There's a skip that can take you to the next area, and I already have a video on this, which I can link in the description below. But I don't have a video on the skip, but I'll kind of go in a little bit of detail showing you guys on the map. But yeah, if you just want to get a lot of smithing stones within the first area of the game, you're going to go to Limgrave Tunnels, take the lift down, get the Site of Grace, so now if you die, you'll always come back, and you're not going to have to, look for this again, these tunnels. Yeah, so you can go through here, and yeah, so there's going to be a lot of, stuff just on the walls, just tons of smithing stones just everywhere. You would kill enemies. There's gonna be stuff in chests everywhere. There's a lot of good stuff you can get from here, and exploring this place and finding all the smithing stones can be really helpful. And you can always go back to Site of Grace and farm that again, but there is a lot that you can get in here just by kind of looking around and getting a ton of smithing stones. But yes, you're gonna go back up here. So yeah, by the way, this can be a little weird because the boss is actually this way, right where this statue of America is. So yeah, because you have to roll off the lift. It doesn't stop on that floor, so you want to be careful about that. But anyway, once you feel like you're done getting all of those smithing stones around the area, you can go fight this stone digger troll, and by killing him, you'll be able to get the roar medallion. And the roar medallion is going to increase your power of roar ashes of war. So you can actually get the roar ashes of war, I believe, from the War Master Shack. I'm pretty sure you can get the Ash of War just by buying the Ash of War roar from the War Master Shack. But yes, you just gotta kill this guy, and it'll increase the power of your roars, of roar attack, which is roars. Basically, it makes you roar, and then it hurts enemies and knocks them back and staggers them. This will just make you more powerful with roars, and this is really good for like faith builds. If you're really upgrading like your faith with runes. The faith level, you really have a high faith level. This is really good for like faith builds and stuff like that. But anyway, next we're gonna go into the Weeping Peninsula. You don't have to fight any bosses. You can just kind of wander into here. It's really close to Limgrave. You might even consider it in Limgrave. But yeah, so you're gonna go to Weeping Peninsula, and you're gonna go to those spots that I just marked on my map. A lot of them are just gonna be churches of America where you can get sacred tears, which will increase the amount that is healed from your flasks. Like Crimson Tears would heal more health, so each Crimson Tear would heal more like HP or health points, or Cerulean Tears would heal more FP, which is the blue bar. But anyway, you'll also find like an Ash of War up here that you can get on that cliff up there. But anyway, so you're now in the 4th Church of America. You can get another Sacred Tear over here, so you can get that. And yeah, so you're also gonna have to, one of the spots I marked is gonna lead you to a boss. So if you think it is too hard for you, you can come back later and you can watch my other videos, which I'll link in the description to make you overpowered. But if you feel ready, the next step is going to be fighting a boss who's not that powerful. As long as you're like, if you're a Souls veteran, this will be easy. But if you're like new to the Souls series, it could be tough, especially if you're starting out with your first starting class. But before I do that, I do want to upgrade my flasks with Sacred Tears. And yes, now we're gonna go over to right where that like gigantic Erd tree is. Yeah, right here, minor Erd tree was one of the spots I marked right like below that big tree, like on the map at least it shows below the tree. And you're gonna fight this Erd tree avatar. Remember, if you forgot where my waypoint was, you can always look back in the video where I marked all the spots. But yeah, so yeah, that's like the bottom area. Anyways, so yeah, so we're gonna fight the Erd tree avatar. This is a pretty easy battle, especially with the gear I have. Once again, if you don't have the gear, you can always look in the links in the description below, and I'll show you how to get all this gear. Because all the gear I have in this video, I've gotten on camera. It's all been recorded in this playthrough that I'm making, so you can always look at those videos. But yeah, so anyway, pretty easy battle. Overall, it's just hard if you're like a beginner. And then you've got the Opaline Bubble Tear and the Crimsonburst Crystal Tear, and it's gonna be really helpful. It's gonna make like you can add that to your Flask of Wondrous Psychic. Of course, if you don't have that, it'll all be posted in the description below. But yeah, so you can add this to your Flask of Wondrous Psychic, and it'll give you like a free hit, like where you won't take any damage, which is really like huge. Because taking damage sucks, so, who likes that? But anyway, so after you add that to your Flask of Wondrous Psychic by going right there, yeah, you can just add whatever you want. So we're gonna add what we just got, the Opaline Bubble Tear and the Crimsonburst Crystal Tear. Yeah, that's what we're gonna be using, and then we can actually, we can make like a free hit for us. And I believe there's one more thing, which I don't really remember. Yeah, it's some sort of boost of power or something. But as you can see, it puts a cool shield around us. But anyway, the next spot, which I marked on my map, is going to be a catacomb that you're gonna go to. It's kind of hidden away indoors, but you can find it here, and you can find a lot of grave gloveworts here. Now, this is not like a amazing grave glovewort farming method, but it is a way of farming, in the beginning of the game. But yes, you can find a lot of grave gloverworts. Grave gloverworts are used to upgrade your Ashes of War. Like, you know, from the War Master Shack, if you got a lot of those, you want to upgrade them at like Round Table Hold or something, then this could be really helpful. You can just find in any catacomb, you can find a ton of grave gloverworts. I'm not going to this catacomb specifically for grave gloverworts. I'm actually getting it for the item we get by killing the boss, which is a really powerful Ash of War called Lhutel the Headless. I think it's called Lhutel the Headless, but yeah, Lhutel something. But yes, you can find Lhutel. But you gotta get the lever that opens those big doors that are blocking the way. But yeah, by the way, so smithing stone, you know, they upgrade. You can use them to upgrade your weapons. And then, you know, you can use grave gloverworts to upgrade your Ashes of War. Sorry, spirit summons. I kept on saying Ashes of War. Spirit summon. I often like mix those up sometimes. But yeah, sorry. Spirit summons. Oh god, I just got hit by fire. Yeah, watch out. Those are like super annoying. Luckily, I do have enough vigor to protect myself. But okay, and oh god, wow! I just need to get on top of this. Okay, there we go. So we gotta get on top of this and not get hit. Oh my god. Okay, die. Oh my god. Alright, there we go. Now we got golden rune there. Okay. We can keep on going forward. And we should be able to get to the lever soon. There's a grave gloverwort number 2. There. And remember, for when you're starting with like a complete, like when you haven't upgraded a weapon or ash or spirit summon at all, and if it's starting out, you have to do like smithing stone number 1 or grave gloverwort number 1, and then you'll have to slowly work up to 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't use a grave gloverwort 5 to upgrade a completely unupgraded spirit summon. But anyway, as you can see, I pulled that lever, which opened the doors now, which now allows me to get through here. And we have to fight this boss, Cemetery Shade. This is a pretty easy battle. I don't think you'll struggle with it. You just gotta, you know, bring out some spirit summons or something. But anyway, to fix up my error, my mistake of Ashes of War and spirit summons at the War Master Shack, which I went to. Yes, you're gonna get Ashes of War, which are like cool skills you can use. But spirit summons, which summons things in, that's a totally different thing. Just wanted to make sure there was no confusion because I messed that up. Anyway, yeah, so after killing Cemetery Shade, you can get Lhutel the Headless. So I was right, yeah, it was Lhutel the Headless, and this is a really powerful spirit summon. So yeah, so make sure you do get that. Now, the last thing for this video is we're gonna get the Kite Shield in Liurnia. So if you haven't got to Liurnia, you have to kill the boss Godric the Grafted. Of course, there is a skip you could do. So it's like it starts out in like Limgrave or something, and you have to like take this like weird, like it's like you have to go through here. There's some like it's actually really easy. You can like easily just like get in to this new area with like by bypassing this first boss. I haven't made a video on it yet, but I feel like a lot of my videos have just been like, oh, you can easily skip that, and I have to always say, oh, I don't have a video on this, so I might make a video in the future. But yeah, so it is in Liurnia, and if you don't want to do the skip, it's the Godric the Grafted and Margit the Fell. They're pretty easy bosses, and I have guides to them already made, so yeah. But anyways, you can get the Kite Shield, which blocks 100% physical damage, so elemental attacks, that's different, but for physical damage, just not elemental attacks, just raw damage, then it'll block 100% of that. I also just got the like a lantern, and the lanterns are really good because torches you can hold up because that'll make it less dark for you in like a really dark cave, but you can't use a weapon. You have to hold that torch up, and when someone attacks you, you can use it as a weapon, but it won't be effective. It'll be really weak, obviously, because it's a torch. But with this lantern that you can buy from this merchant right here in Liurnia, you'll be able to put it on your like on your hip, and yeah, it'll make light, and you can still find your way around dark caves, and you don't need to hold that annoying torch anymore. So yeah, that solves that problem. Anyway, guys, that's just a quick guide of a way to get overpowered in this game. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.